Well, I just made a video that was 30 minutes long and it didn't even save it. That sucks. So, I guess I got to do this again, but maybe this one will be better. Who knows? I'm going to try and save it this time, but I'm not sure how to even do that. So we'll work on that. But I'll make this one a little bit shorter. So, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. I'm Sheepdog, sheepdogessentials.biz. Check it out. I'm not trying to sell you anything, just want to educate you. So I left off with, on my last video, I talked about a lot. And this time I just want to talk about a couple of things. So let's talk about that gallbladder real quick. The gallbladder is like a fuel injector. It spits out bile. The fuel injector spits out fuel, but it's just, it acts as the same. And so when you eat food and it has fat in it, then your gallbladder spits a certain amount of bile to help facilitate the digestion of that fat. The liver produces the bile and the gallbladder injects it. It's all the gallbladder is like an injector. So when you had your gallbladder removed, you got rid of your injector. I'm sure if you all knew about the human body like I do, you would know that that probably wasn't a good thing to do. No, it wasn't. It wasn't. Can you live? Yeah, you'll live. But they didn't tell you anything about your gallbladder. They didn't tell you what it does. They didn't tell you what it was for, because they tell you, same doctor that told you need to lose your gallbladder is the same doctor that told you not to eat fat because fat makes you fat. So why is it we're all obese then? Why? If everybody's been told for the last 60 years not to eat fat, then why are we so overweight? Why are we so obese? Why? Well, I'm going to tell you why, okay? The reason Americans are so obese is because they eat the standard American diet. Now, the standard American diet is full of two things: carbs and sugar. Lots of carbs, lots of sugar. Carbs and sugar spike our insulin. That also causes people that weren't born this way to be diabetic. You know, it takes 10 years. You could be a diabetic for 10 years, but it takes 10 years for the doctors to figure out that you're diabetic. Okay, unless you were born, which you shouldn't have been, but I digress. If you were born with a liver that doesn't produce insulin, then you're type 1 diabetic. The problem with you type 1s is the doctor gives you insulin shots, right? Or you give yourself shots of insulin, right? You give yourself too much, lots of it, and it spikes your insulin. Okay, we can talk about that another time. Where was I? Okay, so that's why people are obese, is because they eat too many carbs and too much sugar. They tell us that fat makes us fat, but yet it's carbs that make us fat. They're not essential. Our body doesn't know what to do with them except turn them into fat. That's why we have so many obese people. It's simple as that. I used to be one of them. I got as high as 230. I said 225, but I know it's almost up to 230, 227. So we'll just say 230. I got up as high as 230. Being a truck driver, driving all the time, you know, sitting in a seat, filling my face full of munchies. I always told you the other time, you know, last video, I gotta move all the time. So that equated to I gotta eat all the time. I gotta snack all the time. I knew not to eat a bunch of calories because I knew I'd get fat. So I didn't eat a bunch of calories, but I didn't know about the carb thing, okay, and the sugar thing. And so that whole lie about don't eat fat is just that. It's a lie. You can eat fat, and you should eat fat. Carbs spike our insulin, and our body lives off glucose. but it's not a good fuel for our body. No, no, no. Fat, ketones is a good fuel for our body. Our body really loves ketones. And fat, if you live on a fat-based diet, you produce ketones, and your body lives off the ketones. It turns your fat into ketones. But no, your liver produces ketones. But because you're not eating, because you're not eating carbs a lot anymore, or sugar a lot anymore, then your body's producing more ketones. When you eat too much insulin, or you eat too much sugar and carbs, it spikes your insulin. When you got too much insulin, your body shuts it down. So that's bad. I probably was this close to being diabetic. Really. I ate a lot of junk my whole life. Okay. We all have. It's nobody's fault. We bought the line. We bought the line, hook, line. We bought the lie, hook, line, and sinker. There we go. But now it's the lie's coming out. People are waking up and starting to eat right. I was in Walmart the other day in Big Rapids, Michigan, and I was looking for something. Sardines. And I come across this aisle that had a lot of peanut butter in it. But I saw some things I didn't never see before. And I saw a whole shelf full of non-peanut nut butter. And so they're even Walmart and Myers are trying. They're trying. And here's the thing: if the majority of the people are on a clean, quality, nutrient-dense diet, then guess what? Walmart's going to start selling, right? They're selling to make money. That's their whole deal. Now, Big Pharma's getting mad at everybody because everybody's spreading the word like I am to you right now, and even Facebook might shut this video down. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm never going to stop talking about it because it's the truth, and I want you all to know the truth. Okay? So, again, you can eat fat. It's good for you. It produces ketones, and ketones are good for you. It's great. Your brain loves it. Your body loves it. You sleep better. You feel better. You're in a better mood all the time. And another thing I've noticed is I've got a stronger will. Simple as that. I got a stronger will. I have a hard time with snacks. I've always ate snacks. I've always ate sugar, ice cream, candy bars, fatty cakes, you name it. I've always ate them. And so that's the hardest thing for me, is getting off those type of foods. Now, getting rid of the bread and the carbs and those things, that's easy. If I get any carbs in my diet, it's from the vegetables. And I don't eat vegetables all the time, but when I do, that's where I get my carbs. Other than that, I don't get carbs from anywhere. I just don't eat them. Okay, so I want to give you my diet that I eat 99% of the time, every day. Okay, so we're gonna go through it. I did this whole 30-minute video and it never saved, so I got to do this again. But I'm gonna make this one a shorter video. Okay, so I'm gonna give you my diet. And the first thing in the morning, I drink here it is. 24 ounces. This is a 26-ounce cup, but 2 ounces of it is filled up with the things I'm going to show you in just a minute. 24 ounces of coffee. I love this cup. With some bulletproof brain octane or brain fuel, brain octane MCT oil, right? Yeah, bulletproof brain fuel. Yep, it gives you ketones right to your brain. It bypasses your liver, helps you be more awake, get you going that much faster in the morning, more sharper. You're sharper. Okay, the next thing I put in my coffee, I put that in my coffee, by the way. I put this in my coffee too. It's called Light Balance. It's your electrolytes, your three main: sodium, potassium, and why do I forget the other one? Magnesium. Yeah. So I put a cap full at least 1 cap to 2 caps, like 1 cap a day, and then every other day 2 caps. Because if I do just 1 cap a day, I start to get a cramp in my, or I can. You know that feeling you get when you curl something, you know, your toes, you're just stretching it, your toes, and all of a sudden you can get that feeling where it feels like it's going to cramp. If I just take 1 capful every day, I can still get that little bit. So if I take a double cap every other day or 3 times a week, then I don't get no cramps at all. Don't even feel like I'm going to get cramps. Okay, so again, cap to 1 to 2 caps in my coffee. All right, I also put turmeric. This is turmeric, organic, straight up turmeric. I put a teaspoon of that in my coffee. This here's ground cinnamon, organic. I put a teaspoon of that in my coffee. And I put a teaspoon of organic ground pepper or black pepper in my coffee. And I also put a teaspoon of ground organic ginger in my coffee. Now, why do I put them things in my coffee? I'll tell you why. Because if I don't have cancer, let me just restate that. If I got cancer, I'm not shocked, really. All the crap food I ate over my lifetime, I would not be shocked if I had cancer. These 4 things fight against cancer. Okay, eating good quality food fights against cancer. Okay, so that's my coffee. Oh, my coffee. I also put 4 tablespoons of the best quality I can find right now of heavy whipping cream. 4 tablespoons. And grass-fed awesome butter. 4 tablespoons of that in my coffee. So there you go. Heavy whipping cream, butter, 4 different spices, electrolytes, and brain fuel. That's all goes into that cup. So about 2 ounces of it. It's got all that stuff in it, and then I top it off with coffee. Shake it. I have to shake it throughout the day because all these spices want to settle to the bottom, so I got to keep shaking it. But it's great coffee. It's 600 calories. 600 calories, folks. Okay, Carol, I drink 600 calorie coffee every morning. Okay, so that little picture you've seen with the bacon and the beef and the 2 eggs, it looks like condiments. Well, I eat that plus 600 calories of coffee. Okay. Also, okay, so that's my coffee in the morning. In the afternoon, about 8 hours later, because my window of eating is 8 hours. I don't eat breakfast, lunch, or dinner, people. That throw them terms out. We take in fuel. We need fuel, right? We need fuel. Okay, so fuel that I take in is my coffee. And then I also take, about 8 hours later, 7.5 hours later, I take in 4 ounces of beef. They're about 4 ounces of bacon, or 4 strips. I don't even know if that's 4, maybe 2 ounces. And 2 medium to large eggs. The eggs come from our house, our chickens, most of the time. Right now it's getting cold, so they're not laying as much, but we get organic eggs from the store if we have to. That's a second choice. I mean, that's not our primary choice. The meat, the beef and the bacon, we get from Bird's Farm Market, which is close to our house, and that's good quality, nutrient dense food. So all that food that I just told you about, plus the coffee, plus I eat sardines 3 times a week, and an apple, a good Michigan organic apple. Amish people, Amish. That's it. That's my fuel for the day, every day. Now, when I go home for the weekend, sometimes we try new things. We cooked spaghetti 2 weekends ago and used vegetable noodles. Can't do that no more, though, because after the fact, we found out it had corn in it. Corn's not good. Corn's a grain. You don't want to eat no grains. Again, no grains, no breads, no pasta, no dairy. Look, if you can eat a little bit of cheese once in a while and it don't bother you, that's okay. But milk's all pasteurized, so you really want to get your milk, good quality milk. Milk from the Amish. They got goat's milk. You just want to get good quality milk. The best milk. If you got to drink it, get the best you can get. Okay, but you really shouldn't drink milk. No ice cream. That's full of sugar, so you don't want to eat that. No sugar. No. Let me make sure I got this right now. No sugar. No breads. No. Man, I am just stumped today. I guess I'm tired. No pasta, sugar bread pasta, and no dairy. Okay. I challenge you. I challenge all of you watching this video. I challenge you to 2 weeks of no grains. No grains. None. Zip. Okay? No grains. 2 weeks. Don't eat no grains. Let me know how you feel. Okay. So yeah, that's it. So on the weekend we try different things. Like I've said before, I like variety. I'm pretty much carnivore, but that's because it's easy on the road. I don't have to cook nothing. It's already pre-cooked. My wife cooks it on Sunday. It takes her about an hour to cook all my food. It's no big deal. That's easier to take on the truck. I don't have to pack a big refrigerator. I just got a cooler. I bag of ice every morning. I'm good. So that's why I'm pretty much carnivore during the week. But then on the weekends when I splurge and we try to make new meals using quality, and we even make some snacks using quality. Have found some ice cream that I can make that's all fat, just completely fat, and it's actually good. But it's got its issues, so we're still working on things, to get things as close to what we're used to as possible without the sugar. They do make sugar alternatives. If you're interested in that, let me know. I'll answer your question. And there are pasta alternatives out there. Very few, but they're out there. Okay. But you really just want to get off all pasta right now, and just if you want to change your diet from what it is now to a better quality diet, then no pasta, no grains, no carbs. Your carbs, if you eat a lot of vegetables, you're going to get carbs. So the bottom line is keep your carbs below 60 a day. And that'll get you started. Do that for 2 weeks and call me, message me. Let me know how you feel, because I guarantee you, you're going to feel good. You're going to feel good. Yep. Now, if some of you got some parts missing, like a gallbladder, let me know that. I can help you with that. If you're not having any problems, well, you really won't know until you clean up your diet, because you can have problems from other stuff that you eat. So it doesn't make it, I'm not going to try and fix your problem while you're eating the standard American diet. So if you have no gallbladder, I can help you with that, because you don't have a part. That's not your fault. Even if you clean up your diet, you might still have problems with your digestion because of that gallbladder missing. So let me know. I can help you with that. Okay. You heard me in the last video talk about how food is food, but there's standard American diet food, and then there's quality, nutrient-dense food. Okay, it's still food. Looking at it side by side, it don't look much different, but it is a whole lot different. Okay, whole lot different. And I'm gonna, if I wasn't clear on the last video, let me be clear. The reason why we have standard American diet food problems is because Big Pharma owns the Food and Drug Administration. Yep, you can research all that yourself. And Big Pharma is a multi-billion-dollar corporation, and they make their money how? Selling medications, right? Pills, drugs. So the more they sell, the more money they make. Yes, I know, but yes, they are trying to keep you sick. They're not trying to kill you, but they're trying to keep you sick so that you have to take more medicine. More medicine. You've seen it. I mean, Do you really want to be in your 50s and 60s and carry around a pill box that big with 15 different damn pills? I used to work at CVS Pharmacy. I've seen it all the time. People coming in and getting their bags of pills. Really? You want to live that way? No, I know you don't. If you could live without all them pills, if you could feel better in the morning when you wake up, all throughout the whole day, no aches, no pains, no knuckle pain, no skin problems like cirrhosis, psoriasis, all that, any kind of skin problems. And guess what? I'm 52. I don't think I look that bad for 52. Gray hair, be damned. Now, there was a guy that mentioned the other day that he thinks he's losing the gray in his hair. Ha! Wouldn't that be something? Yeah, that would be awesome. Well, pay attention to my videos and you'll know if that happens, because I'm going to keep eating good until the day I die. But I would like to have a black beard. That'd be a black beard. Right. Anyway, I'm digress. So where was I? Yeah, so they you know, it's true. You know, I know it sounds, you know, conspiracy theory, but it's not. You just follow the money. Follow the money. You've heard that. Okay, and you've seen obese people. You've seen at the pharmacy big bags of pills, elderly picking up. You've heard about cancer. You've seen in your lifetime that it's gotten worse and worse and worse. You've heard about dementia or Alzheimer's. And you've seen in your life that it's gotten worse and worse and worse. Okay, so why is that? Ask yourself, why is that? And do some research. It's not that difficult to figure out. It's not. Big Pharma makes billions off selling their drugs. They run the Food and Drug Administration that controls the quality of our food and drugs. Why do they have control of that? So it's all about eating quality food, which is getting easier to find today, but it wasn't that easy just a year or two ago, unless you grew it yourself. And even growing your own food today, if you don't know what you're doing, you have to buy new seeds every year, right? Well, if you want to regrow, my trailer brake just popped, and I heard a leak and I didn't know what it was. I got an air leak on the truck. The owner, he's supposed to be here today and he's going to try and fix it. Anyway, dang it, what was I saying? Yeah, so you've seen more of these things: cancer, dementia, Alzheimer's, you know, more diabetics, more people picking up more drugs at the pharmacy. You've seen it. I know you have. Maybe you didn't catch it. Maybe you weren't paying attention. But now that I'm talking about it, and if you think back, you can remember. It's got your whole life. It's gotten worse and worse and worse. And it's simply because of the food that we put in our mouths. It's got chemicals. It's got genetically modified organisms. It's got hormones added to it. It's got other things that people add to the food that are bad for us. Okay, you can't taste it. You can't see it. An orange looks like an orange, right? A piece of beef looks like a piece of beef, but it's not. If I put 100% grass-fed, grass-finished, good quality beef next to a store-bought beef, same, maybe two T-bones, one's from the store, one's from the farm market that I go to, you're going to see a little bit different. A little bit, not a major. The store cuts off a lot of the fat because you're not supposed to eat fat, right? But I eat fat all the time, every day. I love fat. Fat's good for you. I love it. Okay, so I'm at 24 minutes. Let's see. Recap. Your gallbladder, it's like a injector. It injects bile into your stomach so you can digest fat. So you can eat fat even if you don't have a gallbladder. And fat won't make you fat. Carbs make you fat. Carbs and sugar make you fat. So no sugar, no pasta, no bread, no grains. Keep your carbs below 60. That's from all vegetables and all your other food that you're going to eat. Seafood, meat, meat, yeah, seafood, meat, eggs, vegetables, nuts and seeds. Eat those things. Drink your coffee black. Don't put that creamer in there. You can talk to me about that. You've seen my coffee, what I put in it. It tastes great, okay? And I do drink full strength coffee. In fact, at home I've got what we call Life Boost coffee. It's the best quality coffee I have found, so that's what I drink at home. But unfortunately, I can't make it out on the road unless I get that pickup camper that I want to get. Then I can make it every day and drink that coffee instead of the store-bought coffee that I drink during the week. But anyway, you don't have to drink full strength. Full strength coffee is the most nutrient coffee. You can drink medium or light, but just remember you're getting low on nutrients the lower you go. So your tongue is an awesome organ. It will adapt within 2 weeks to pretty much anything you start eating. Now, if you really hate it, it really tastes bad, it's going to take longer than 2 weeks. But if you can tolerate it, if you can talk yourself into it, just do it, okay? No creamer, no sugar in your coffee. You got to cut that out. You can drink lots of water. Water's boring because we made it boring. Humans only drank water at one time. That's all there was. Then humans decided to make different drinks. Beer, alcohol, liquor, wine, sodas. Wow, sodas. Full of sugar and just terrible. Energy drinks. All kinds of drinks. You can go in the store and find all kinds of drinks. Ain't none of them good for you. None of them. There are some that are tolerable if you don't overdo it. I drink an energy drink, maybe one a day. If I drink two a day, it starts to mess with me, so I don't. And I was drinking this Coke Energy. You might have seen them. They're made by Coca-Cola. They're their version of energy drinks, and overall it's not bad. And if I just drink one a day, it doesn't affect me at all. But if I drink two a day, it starts to affect me. So I can't get those anymore. Go figure, right? They discontinued them. So I'm working on just coffee and water. And yeah, it's difficult. It is. I'm not saying it's easy. It's, water's kind of boring. But you know what? When you drink enough water like I do, I actually enjoy it. It tastes good. And it's not cold. It sits in the truck. And I just grab it when I want it and I drink it. I don't worry about cold. It doesn't have to be cold. Okay. So there's that. And if you got any questions or comments, please hit me up, and we will talk about that more later.